What are some NSFW life advice everyone should know? If you are a woman and you have stopped menstruating, i.e. gone through menopause completely, and then at some later date begin to bleed from your vagina, see your doctor immediately. This can be a sign of cancer, but many women miss it because bleeding from their vagina is something so common it isn't worth looking into. Men, fondle your eggs now and again. Make sure there's no unusual lumps or pain. If there is, do not put it off. Get that shit checked out. Source: testicular cancer survivor. Water is the opposite of lube. If you think anyone you're sharing a room with won't notice you getting with your partner, you are wrong. They are always awake. Always. Soap makes it sting when you pee. If they aren't legally allowed to consent, leave him alone. Don't stick fingers up your lady if you've been cooking with peppers. You can break your dick. Be careful when you're gal on top. Invest in your sex toys. Don't cheap out. Go for silicone, glass, or another non-porous material. Always pee after sex/masturbation. Shower before you have sex. Tiny particles, like glitter, machine mouths, and metal slivers, picked up from work, can travel to your genitals through your cloths. Source: my partner works in a factory working with metals, and I found the metal bit the hard way. Bleeding off cycle is quite the mood dampener. Least I didn't get a toxic shock reaction. If you have difficulty discussing what kinks you're into, or are going to be embarrassed if you suspect your partner won't be into the same things you are, there are several kink tests you and your partner can take. You both take the test separately and only see what you match on. Find one that is as detailed as you need and that has safeguards against spamming everything to see what the other person is into. If you want to last longer in bed, men, relax your glutes and quads when you feel like you're going to come, and you'll have a much better chance of not doing that and lasting longer. You can notice the next time you're about to come how tense your legs and glutes are. This has helped me immensely in bed. If you go on a road trip, even a short one, bring toilet paper when you've got to shit. You've got to shit. $10 worth of condoms is cheaper than 18 years of child support. For my straight dudes out there, using toys with and on your partners doesn't make you less of a man. You are not in competition with her vibrators. They are tools to bring her to orgasm efficiently and without giving you or her RSI. Batman has a tool for all occasions. Be like Batman. Never go from anal to vaginal or oral. That's a one-way street. Don't let your partner slam down onto your penis after it slips out. You will break your dick. Wash your belly button, you dirty animal. Never get cum in your eye. It feels like stabbing your eye with hot knives. Edit: to my sons, if they read this comment, I warned you. Peruse my profile at your own risk. Also, this is sage advice. You're welcome. Don't jerk off with shampoo. It'll feel good for a second. Until it gets inside your pussy. Read the bed, not the room in this case. If she's digging it, don't change that. Don't try to do whatever you're doing better. Don't try other things. If it works for her, just go with it. If you're not sure, don't be afraid to ask. That being said, ladies, if a guy asks if he's doing good, don't save his feelings. Let him know it's not enjoyable and to try something else / tell him what he should do. The moment you'll figure out a happy medium, you'll be in the bedroom more than any other room. Don't underestimate yourself. Make sure you're always taken care of. Clean / cut nails and hair, deodorant, cologne / perfume, and brush your teeth before a date. Minty fresh breath works wonders. Don't have sex on a beach. Sand gets in places where you would never want sand. Don't stand on chairs with wheels. The clit isn't a speed bag. Also, changing position is a good way to not blow your load while giving yourself a chance to calm down without it being obvious. Don't put anything in your butt that doesn't have a flared base. There's a lot of room back there, and as you relax you don't want anything to slip all the way inside. That'll be a very awkward visit. This isn't really NSFW, but wash your genitals every day. Thread carefully when it slips out. An unexpected arrival in the other hole is traumatic. Get tested for STIs. Don't take your partner's word for it that they're healthy. Edit to change clean to healthy. Pee after you have sex. Never skip on it. Trim your nails. Don't just trim. Sand those rough edges down with the emery board/file attachment. Freshly cut nails can do as much, if not more damage than longer, well-kept nails. Edit, as has been pointed out down thread. You can also use denim to smooth and buff any burrs. Edit 2. 8 years on this site and this is now my highest rated comment by far. Thanks Reddit. Always, and I mean always, masturbate before making a big decision. Post-nut clarity can go a long way in keeping you from doing something stupid. Edit, spelling. Always have a safe word. Edit, this blew up. Thanks for the upvotes. Use condoms on your insertable sex toys. Easier cleanup and protecting your body from the toxic not great stuff in mainstream toys. Ever wonder why they say novelty use only? Because many cheap out on ingredients and that shit can mess you up. Even better, use your expired condoms, since it's less important if they don't function at 100%, and then you aren't throwing them out unused. Guys, try some condoms of different sizes on to see what fits best. Magnums and such are not just for length but also girth. If you have trouble maintaining an erection in condoms, they could just be too tight/small. Antibiotics can counteract your birth control and cause you to end up pregnant. Not sure if anyone else mentioned, but I think it's important to say. Edit, this is not necessarily true for all antibiotics. It's specifically true for the drug rifampin, also known as Rifadin and Remictane. It can affect not just the pill, but other forms such as the ring and shit too. Clench your butt cheeks to make an untimely or inconvenient boner go down quickly. Don't put your finger anywhere you'd be afraid to put your dick. Heard that one a lot in the army. The shape of a woman's labia has absolutely nothing to do with how much sex she has had, or whether or not she is a virgin. The only factor is genetics. Labia come in all shapes and sizes. Sometimes they change a bit in early puberty, but it has nothing to do with having sex or touching the area. Same with breasts. Sex does not change them at all. Age, weight, hormones, possibly from medication, and pregnancy can, but not sex. There is no special female hormone released once a woman is sexually active that causes physical changes to her body, other than possibly breaking the hymen if it is still intact. The female body is not changed by sex. Getting older and going through puberty changes a woman's body, not losing her virginity. Virginity isn't a physical thing, it's a concept. You can't lose your virginity without having sex, like from using a tampon. That's ridiculous. Tampons are not pleasurable, either, at all. As a guy, if you got any insecurities, dick size, come too fast, performance anxiety, just know, a good pussy eating can make up for essentially all of that. Just because he doesn't come from a BJ doesn't mean he's not enjoying it. Don't get offended by it. Not all guys can come from one, but it's not like it doesn't feel great. You should always carry a condom or two in your wallet, purse, pocket, etc. Aside from the obvious reasons of preventing pregnancy, STDs, etc. If SHTF, they are invaluable, because in a survival situation a condom is perhaps one of the most versatile things in existence. They can be used to store and carry water, as much as a full liter. Light one on fire, and it will burn hot enough to ignite wet wood. Just don't breathe the fumes. You can use one instead of cordage to tie things up. Just stretch out and tie a knot. Put your hand in, and you have an instant sanitary glove. Put over your foot under the sock to protect blisters, or keep a cut from being exposed to the element. Blow up and use as a float for a fishing hook. Use as a makeshift tourniquet. Put one over your phone or camera or flares or anything else you don't want to get wet. The list goes on. And they are cheap. How someone kisses and touches you is probably how they want you to touch them. Someone nibble your rear, they almost certainly want you to nibble theirs. Big dick does not mean better sex. A lot of times people with smaller penises are more willing to go above and beyond. Guys, get the girl off first. Everything is juicier afterwards. And she will appreciate your skill and thoughtfulness. Make it all about her, and she will probably reciprocate fully. If you're using your hand to get her off, curl your middle and ring fingers along the roof of her insides in a come here motion. But be sure your fingernails are trimmed. If you don't know what to say for dirty talk during sex, follow this formula until you feel comfortable improvising. Say what you're going to do. I'm going to duck you so hard / I'm gonna ride that dick like it's Disneyland. Say what you're doing. I'm ducking you so hard / I'm riding this dick like it's the pony I always wanted. Say what you just did. I just ducked you so hard / I just rode that dick like it was the last train out to town or whatever floats your boat. Also, men making noise is hot. Please, moan and groan when we do things you like. It's sexy and helps us figure out which techniques work best on ya. There is no fair fight in a street fight. Kick him in the nuts. Use your keys as improvised brass knuckles. Use your surroundings as weapons. Bottle, rock, pet hedgehog, etc. You never know who you're going up against in a fight against someone you don't know. So use all your resources. Press the vagina and clitoris simultaneously to take a screenshot. Shut the duck up and lawyer up. Your words will be used against you. Know that you can have an amazing sex session while your partner has the opposite experience. So listen to their body and don't be self-serving during sex. Verbally communicate your likes and dislikes in bed outside of the sex session. If you end up in an altercation, try not to get caught throwing haymakers with them. If you can avoid it. Best case scenario, try work them around in a circle, preferably moving away from the hand they want to use most, then get a hold of their shirt in the region of their dominant shoulder / collar. Pull down hard and keep hold. Get them off balance with the pull, and start chucking nugs where their neck meets their shoulders and right in the facial area. Try not to hit their skull. The more pain you can inflict early and often, the more likely you are to end it fast. Edit. I do not condone violence, and I do not take responsibility for your dumbass actions. If you can run away, run away. This whole thing is about self-preservation. Edit 2. Now that this has gotten a couple of upvotes, I want to emphasize that nobody should fight another person if they can avoid doing so. There are always consequences to actions and you need to be willing to accept whatever comes after an altercation. Additionally, please keep in mind that self-defense must be both necessary and in equal measure to a threat. You can't claim self-defense after ragdolling some person. That's not how it works in most states / countries. Use 2 contraceptives as much as possible, condom and birth control, if you have no plans in having a child yet. Men, Rule 1. Don't stick your dick in crazy. Women, Rule 1. Don't let crazy stick it stuck in you. Wear a hard hat and other pedit. Thanks kind stranger for the silver. Don't try to learn from porn. Most of what they do doesn't actually feel good and is more about putting on a show. Edit. Since this got decent attention, I just want to add, for anyone saying this is why I prefer amateur, don't ever use Pornhub. They have no way to verify age or consent for their videos, so there's a decent chance someone you're watching is either a minor involved in sex trafficking or the video was uploaded without permission. If you think a lady of the night is a cop, ask them to flash you. Cops won't flash you, and hookers are gonna blow you for money, so nips ain't shit. If you struggle to orgasm as a female, have sex with a full bladder. It makes everything more sensitive inside. You'll never cure a UT with cranberry juice. You need antibiotics. Go to the doctor before you get a kidney infection or worse. Always keep one leg in your underwear when masturbating. It's so you don't lose them, and you're halfway to getting them back on in a hurry. Ladies, wash the folds of your vagina. The labia minor and major women D gets megma there. If you have to defend yourself, use a screwdriver or frying pan instead of a kitchen knife to make sure you are not suspected of anything sinister. From experience, wait. The first person I had sex with hasn't talked to me in 3 years. And for good reason. We were stupid sophomores in high school and we didn't need sex in our relationship. I'd recommend waiting for someone you trust. And sometime when both of you are ready for it. From my brain, wear a ducking condom, boys. Even if she says she prefers without it, there's condoms out there designed to make sex feel good for both of you. And help protect you both from STDs/unwanted pregnancy. Seriously, wear a ducking condom. Butt rags. Big deal. Get a set of 6 feet by 6 washcloths and keep one in your shower at all times. Use a bit of body soap and clean specifically your asshole and between and under your ass cheeks. Many people consider this common knowledge. Many others are completely unaware because it is NSFW life advice that doesn't come up often. Clean your butthole every day. It will make a big difference. Edit. I see many in the comments who seem to take personal offense at the idea that proper butthole cleansing requires more than just your hands/fingers. I do not mean to offend my poo-poo fingered friends. I just prefer not to directly touch my asshole if I can avoid it. Cut back on watching porn. I used to watch a lot of porn growing up, and as I became sexually active I found that I became increasingly insecure because I expected to be like the guys in the movies. Not only that, but I became desensitized to nudity, and finding arousal in my partners became harder. I'd even lose steam and my erection in the middle of the act, which can make your partner feel undesirable and make you feel inadequate, which only compounds the problem. It took a loving partner and dedication to overcome those barriers. It's tough to cut porn altogether, I know, but cutting back and reducing how much you masturbate goes a long way. If you ever need to put a key into a keyhole in the dark, hold the key so that your thumb runs along the length of the key and the tip of your thumb sticks out a tiny bit past the end of the key. Then you can locate the keyhole by feel and guide the key in easily. This also works for plugging a cable into your guitar without looking, and it also works in other situations. Males, after urinating, push up between your testicles. It will force out any drippage. No to sex in a hot tub. And that's not for the pool guy. Wash every bit. If it has a fold, flap, or crack, get it clean. Yep, that means cleaning between the cheeks and between your toes too. Only in movies is sweaty sex hot. What is hotter is a shower right before. If you can smell it, so can they. Times 10. Hairy guys, put the sheet over your chest before she lays her head down on it. You try to relax with your face in a husky. Focus on her. You will not be a problem. Unless you are a her too. Can't say how that works exactly. She may need some manual help to get there. It doesn't reflect on your manhood. Edit. So apparently quite a number of folks like the hairy chest. It's more situational than I expected. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.